Hey guys, it's Brittany Taylor, and in this video I want to talk about Jupiter and Sagittarius and what this means for everybody, okay? So just kind of like the general mood for the collective right now, since we have Jupiter currently in Sagittarius, okay? And also forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit shitty or if I look kind of sick and shitty. I've been sick the past week, but I've been guided to right now do this video. Maybe I've been having this little like throat infection because I'm not, expressing my truth enough. So I want to talk about Jupiter, you guys. And as many of you may know from watching some of my other Jupiter videos, Jupiter is my favorite planet, okay? And a lot of astrologers, I noticed, they don't talk about Jupiter in the same way that I feel Jupiter actually is, like the way that I learned it. And obviously, I think the way that I learned it is like the way that it should be learned, right, guys? But so first of all, we have Jupiter in Sagittarius right now, and Jupiter stays in a sign for like a little over a year usually. Sometimes it's a little bit different. I know in 1989 there was some weird fuckery happening with Jupiter. It like was in Taurus at the beginning of 1989, and then it was in Gemini, and then it was in Cancer by the end of 1989. Just because I know people and I've done their charts born in 1989. So there was some weird fuckery happening in 1989. But usually what I've seen, you guys, Jupiter takes about 1 year in each sign. So we've just had Jupiter roll into Sagittarius here. I think it was on November 8th. Yeah, it was the day that I got my long hair. What a coincidence, right? Sagittarius represents, horses. And a lot of people got pissed off with me in my Sagittarius rising video because I said they look like horses. But it's just the connotation between like the centaur, which is the half man, half horse, and then Sagittarius is sort of represented by that. So, but I find it funny that I decided to get long hair, get hair extensions on the very day that Jupiter went into Sagittarius. It's very, horse-like. That might not make sense at all. But... Anyways, it made sense to me. I was like, perfect day to get hair extensions, the day that Jupiter goes into Sagittarius. And it's also my Jupiter return as well. So my natal Jupiter is in Sagittarius as well, you guys. Now you know. If you don't know, now you know. And Jupiter will stay in Sagittarius until about December of 2019. So a little bit more than an entire year in this placement, which is awesome because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So whenever we have a planet in its own sign, it's, kind of doubly emphasized, you guys, and it's like really awesome because it's just going to express this naturalness, and we are going to be able to express the qualities of Jupiter the way that they're actually meant to be expressed, you guys. Not that there's nothing negative about this placement. There's definitely going to be some negative things. Oh God, my hair is messy. I've been sleeping a lot. I'm fighting this sickness, you guys. Have some more coffee. So I also want to hear from you guys in the comments what you think about Jupiter and Sagittarius this year. If there's any other astrology people on here, which I know there is. Please tell me what your thoughts are. I'm very curious to know what you think about Jupiter and Sagittarius, how it's been so far. I know it's been a couple weeks of this and what you're looking forward to or what you hate about it or how it's aspecting your own natal chart as well. I would love to know that in the comments. So let me know, you guys. And so what else do I want to say about this? I haven't really said anything yet. I've just rambled about bullshit, but I'm sure I've said a few things. So... yeah, Jupiter in its own sign for over a year is pretty exciting, you guys. So for the past year and a half, like before we had this change, we had Jupiter in Scorpio. And I feel like that was just like so much, emotional baggage, all the Me Too stuff. It was like all the darkness within our own heart and souls needed to come up to be healed and dealt with and looked at, in a more lighter way. So you could have actually had a more difficult year the past year before we had the switch, I found it was a lot of healing for me. You know, I'm a healer as well. I'm a theta healer, and it was like every week I was healing something new in myself. Like I found some new block that was coming up, and I was just healing and healing and healing all the shit, but also making massive positive changes in my life. But those weren't always easy. And I feel like that was kind of a theme collectively for the past year. And now with this new shift of Jupiter into Sagittarius, I really do feel like, you know, some of the healing is done. Or, you know, there could still be more healing, but rather than going into the deep, dark stuff and healing it right now, we are going to be healing by teaching what we've already learned. Or healing by, you know, like doing a video like this. Like, rather than needing so much time to internally process everything that's been going on within us, like by ourselves, we'll be more looking to, you know, travel and gain a new understanding that way. Or take a course, or, you know, go to college. You know, Jupiter traditionally rules higher education and stuff like that. But also through awakening the higher mind, okay? So rather than staying in the emotional pain and digging it up and, like, you know, performing surgery on ourselves to heal, we're going to be doing it in a way that is more joyful naturally. Or we're also going to have a way of looking at things that's more lighthearted, you guys. The thing with Jupiter and Sagittarius is that it's going to give us this opportunity to look at things in a way that is, you know, perhaps hilarious. Like, we're going to be finding more humor in situations. We're going to look at our past mistakes and think, oh my God, like, this is just so funny. Or we're going to be able to laugh at ourselves and think, holy shit, we've been taking everything, like, way too seriously. But not to say that everything is just going to become, like, a fucking joke. I mean, some of it is, but not everything. The downside to Jupiter and Sagittarius, too, though, is that when we do find something to believe in and we do find our own personal truth, which is really what this placement is about, as well as finding our own personal truth. What do we actually believe about life? Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? What is God? And all this stuff. But when we do find that, there is a tendency with this placement to shove it in everybody else's face and also, like, not hear anything anybody else is saying, and also get fired up when people disagree with us and get into, like, heated discussions. So expect more, you know, fighting over ideologies and, like, fighting over what is the meaning of life and things like that. But generally, I don't think it's going to be as dark as what we've experienced. Like, even though there's going to be more, you know, fiery, standing up for a cause, standing up for our own personal beliefs, I don't think it's going to be so dark and negative. I think that might be the only downside, is, like, we're a little bit more fired up. But we should be fired up about what we believe. But what would be beneficial for everybody to know is that we don't all have to believe the same things. And that's something that Jupiter and Sagittarius can really struggle with, because when we found our way of life, we want to help people, we want to give them the benefits that we found, but we have to understand that not everybody is going to be ready for whatever we're teaching or preaching. But also, there's not one right way. Like, your way might be great, but that's not the only way, right? So just being more open-minded to everybody else's truth is beneficial at this time. So that's possibly the negative side. Is just, you know, people are getting more fired up about what they believe, and it's less inward. The benefit of Jupiter and Scorpio is maybe people were focusing more inwardly on healing their own issues because we've been blown up that something, you know, big in ourselves needs healing. Now we're going to feel less like we need to inwardly heal ourselves and more like we need to get out in the world and, like, shake them and say, this is the way life is and I want to help you, and which isn't entirely negative either. And it might be quite interesting to actually, like, look around and see what people are preaching on right now, because the fire has been lit under people's asses right now to improve their lives and, you know, search for greater meaning. And I really feel like this is going to be an exciting time. And I'm really excited as well, because it will be my Jupiter return. So I feel really comfortable with this energy already. I do feel that it will be easier for us to overcome challenges with this placement because it is easier to look on the bright side. And opportunities for travel, or an increase in financial abundance that can lead to travel, or just an increase in general positivity can be happening right now, you guys, with this placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius. And although I do like to put a positive spin on most things, because I do believe that how we see things is how they are. Like, we have a lot more power up here, right? But I do think that this is a very positive time, and I'm super excited for it. That's probably all I wanted to say. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. I love all your comments on my videos, you guys. Keep them coming. And also, if you want more of me, you can add me as a friend on Facebook, Britney Taylor on Facebook, and also you can like my Facebook page or join my private group, The Joy of Living by Britney Taylor. The links will be in the comment on my video. So I'd love to hear more of you guys if you like this, or if you didn't like it, thumb me down or whatever. It's always cool to see that people don't like me as well as like me. But I love all you guys, and thanks for watching, and hope to hear from you, and let me know what you think about this placement. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be just like joy and positivity. Oh yeah, that's something I didn't mention. So I believe that Jupiter is really about our own joy. Okay, so when we have Jupiter changing a sign, it shows that collectively where we are finding joy in life is shifting. So right now with Jupiter in Sagittarius, we are going to find the most joy in life when we're preaching to people about the meaning of life, traveling, taking courses, expanding our mind in any ways. And something so beautiful about Sagittarius energy is that it is so unbridled. Like, so we're sharing our truth without fearing, well, how is that person going to take it? We're just sharing it because, God damn it, it brings us joy. So I'm excited for this, you guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments.